Welcome back, YouTubers. Today I've got a Craftsman Snowblower. This one's made by AYP. This machine here has no traction on the left wheel. It will be somewhat a quick fix today here. I just want to bring this issue up because it is a common issue on these, and I will get straight into the video. Okay, here it is. This is a customer of mine. His name is Jeff. So Jeff, here's your machine. You're going to see exactly what will be done to your machine here. Okay, this machine here has a hydrostatic transmission. That's the best transmission you can get in these. And the wheel on that side, so I'll call it the left wheel when I'm behind it, has no traction. I've already had to fix this one over here on the right. So what I'll do here is I will flip it up on its front end, take the wheels off, and show you what's going on. Alright, so I'm behind the machine here. The way I know it is hydrostatic is from the hydrostatic transmission here. And it does have a release pin that you can pull to freewheel it. Now when you want to move this machine without pulling the pin, you can just push down the easy steer levers on both sides and you can wheel it. Now what can happen is people might try to move the machine without depressing the easy steer levers, and that puts pressure on the splines in the wheels, and eventually they break. So I'm giving you the diagnosis here right away. So I will remove the wheel on this side. This is the problematic wheel, and it's got no traction. See, it's just freewheeling. This one is fixed, so it will lock. Now, not every model of Craftsman Snowblower made by AYP will be like this. Some of them don't have the easy steer. It's just a pin that goes through the hub and the wheel. This one here just goes through the drive axle. So I'll remove the wheel. And you can see there's a problem here. See that? You can see a piece of metal or two has broken off. If I go back to the drive axle, you will see exactly what's happened. And this is why. So these pieces of metal should be intact on the wheel. They go into the splines here or hole, and they get traction right from this right here. So if I come back here, I can actually put the pieces back to show you where they should be. Just like that. And this is what gives you your traction, and this is how it connects. Now, usually, if it's only one side that's broke, I will weld it like I did on this wheel. But this one's a bit far gone. I'm just going to put another wheel that I had from a scrapped machine. It's going to be a quick, easy fix here because of that. And by the way, these wheels can be crazy expensive here in Canada. I mean, the rim with this is crazy expensive. So this guy here today will save a lot of money with my used parts. Now, a quick tip here before I put on my good used wheel. So what you do is you take off the two small bolts here that hold the plastic cover. There's only two, not four, even though there's four holes here. And the other one will be right at the bottom here. This cover will come off. And what I recommend is you spray some WD-40 all over these parts here. And the reason I do that is because when you use the easy steer mechanism here, you want these parts to move freely. There, just like that. If you don't lubricate this often, what happens is it can all seize up. And once I get it all unseized, I just spray some white grease on there. It'll protect it and keep it lubricated for quite a while. There's some splines in there. And then I spray a lot of grease. It keeps it lubricated a lot better and gets on some other splines in here. And then just put back your cover with the two small screws. And then you can put some grease here or some anti-seize. It'll prevent your wheels from seizing on the shaft. And you can also send a bit of grease like right here so it gets in when you put the wheel on. And what I've got here in my hands is a spare wheel that I had. I did put a tube in it Didn't want him to have a deflated tire. Now it's going to go on and have some traction. When you put these on, you got to line them up till the wheel goes in all the way. This shaft has to come out from the hub. And sometimes if the two splines are a bit damaged, it's going to be a bit harder to get that wheel on, which I think is what's happening here. There we go. And before I put the pin in here, I usually put anti-seize on it because they get seized in the shaft as well. And there we go. Now I know it's going to have traction because when I turn the wheel, it will lock. Just like this one. Now on this one, I want to show you how I welded those pieces. Actually, just one piece was broken off. So this one wasn't too bad. So I welded it. This side was good. And I will just leave this wheel on. And now he's all set to go. I just did the belts on this machine. And this was the final check, the final fix. Got the oil done as well. And I might actually just throw a spark plug in because it was a little harder to start than what it should have been. I'll do the plug, then I will come back, start it up, and show you the traction. Okay, let's start her up. Anyway, so this is how you do this repair. If you scrap machines, keep those wheels. It saves you from having to weld them. Also, not every Craftsman snowblower made by AYP will have the same type of wheel hub. Some are different. The video today specifically for the one with the easy steer mechanism. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please post them below. Make sure you're subscribed, and you can see me in my next video. Have a great day.